Hey guys, Alf here. Today I wanted to talk about the pompous, arrogant prick called Ask Yourself. You may know him. He's got this YouTube channel. Oh, let me close this. Um, yeah, you have to excuse. I don't use OBS very much, so I don't know how to do all this stuff. But I'm gonna try and make this easy. Um, yeah. So Ask Yourself is a vegan YouTuber. If you don't know, he's super arrogant. He thinks he's morally superior to everyone, which that's an opinion. So if you agree with that, then you agree with that. Whatever, doesn't make a difference. But the truth is, he's just an asshole, the supreme asshole. So let me state what happened. He had a link to the AIU Discord. He comes in and he was tagged in by one of our vegan friends that is a mod on our channel, on our Discord, and he comes in and instead of being like friendly and stuff and coming in saying, "Hey guys, how you doing?" Trying to meet people and see who everybody is and get to know people before really arguing with people. He just basically goes straight into trying to argue and debate on veganism, which nobody was biting his hook. He was just kept trying. Nobody was really buying it. Nobody really cared. We have discussed veganism so many times before. We have vegans in our Discord who are trusted as well and are friends of ours that we call friends. They're really nice people, and we've had this discussion before. We've had problems with vegans before too, but in the end, everybody in there is really tired of arguing this. It's gone over and over before, like months ago, not even recently, and everybody's just done with it. We also started the Discord. It's an AIU Discord. If you don't know who that is, that's Atheism is Unstoppable, Devin Tracy, and we started it basically for fans of Devin Tracy to come on and get to know each other because we used to go on his live streams and we'd all talk on there, and it seemed like a lot of us were making good friends, and we were all enjoying talking to each other. So instead of having it end once a live stream was over and not talking to each other till the next live stream, we got a Discord and we started talking on there, and we have lots of people in there. If you Patreon Devin, he'll give you an invite to the Discord and you could join. Um, but yeah, there's lots of nice people in there. We have problems with people sometimes. We kick them as a warning, or we'll ban them if it's a bad enough offense. But yeah, this guy comes in and on the general chat, which we created a debate channel for the purpose of this because people, for some reason, people just always want to debate. I don't get it. Like I said, we started the Discord to make friends and talk and stuff. We can get into debate sometimes, like light debates, light arguments, but we're all friends, so we don't get like upset at each other and stuff. But people would come in and debate. We'd get new people coming in, and all they want to do is debate. And we're all trying to talk in the general chat and and be friendly and enjoy each other's company and stuff. And people debate, so we created a debate channel so people can go into that channel and debate if they want to, and leave the general chat alone so they don't clog up the general chat with their arguments. And we can keep being friends and talking and making each other laugh and stuff. But so this guy comes in, Ask Yourself. I think his name is Isaac. I'm not sure. I don't really care. I didn't know much of him in the first place. I know he made a video. It might be in here. Yeah, AIU should go vegan. As you can see, this is the only video. Oh, you don't even see it on there. Yeah, this is the only video I've seen. Uh, because one, I'm not vegan. Two, I don't really know who this guy is. I just discovered him recently because of the AIU video. And but looking through this, all you see is vegan. It's the only thing on his mind. I have no problem that he's a vegan. I have no problem that anyone's vegan. What I have a problem with is when someone is a vegan and that is their entire identity. That's all they can ever think about, talk about. They can't make friends with people without discussing it. It's like their diet is their identity. It's their entire life. They can't make friends with people. It's kind of autistic if you think about it. It's very socially awkward kind of. Like, how do you have friends? Does this guy have friends in real life or only on the internet? But he has a decent amount of subs, 14K, probably over that. It approximates. And but I bet all these people he's preaching to the choir. All his videos are basically about veganism to vegans. So everybody who watches this video is gonna agree. So it's kind of retarded. He has no other topics really. I mean, maybe he does. I don't know. I'm not looking through this, but it seems like his only topic and only thing he ever talks about is veganism. So yeah, he's pretty much a one track minded person. But yeah, let me go into why what happened. So he comes in. Somebody tagged him, so he came in. They didn't tag him for the purpose of arguing veganism. They didn't say, "Oh, come argue veganism with these people." No, they just tagged him and said, "Oh yeah," they were explaining who he was. "Oh yeah, ask yourself. He's friends with Vegan Gains, and he makes vegan videos." So he comes in and instantly starts trying to start debates with people. Nobody bit the hook. The people kind of took it as a joking manner, like, yeah, whatever. And he didn't like that. Well, it's not that he didn't like that. He took it in a very strange way. Like, it's not like he was saying, "Oh, you guys aren't taking this seriously. I'm gonna stop." Whatever. He was taking it as the jokes people are making and them not being receptive to his arguments or wanting to debate as people not being able to handle his arguments or them losing the debate. But in order to lose a debate, you have to debate in the first place. Nobody lost the debate. Nobody couldn't handle his arguments because nobody was arguing with him. Nobody was debating with him. This made him angry, I think, and he started acting like a dick to people. You're new in the Discord. Nobody there really, only maybe very few people even know who you are or even care to have you there. So it's not like you come in and act like a dick and people are going to suck your dick over it. They're going to be like, "You know what, get the fuck out," and that's what happened. He got kicked. So he goes to his Discord and starts telling people, "Hey, I got kicked out of the AIU Discord because they couldn't handle my arguments," right? Such bullshit. So we have people who were in both servers. So they sent me a screen cap of that, and I said, "Oh, this guy's a douche." So I went over to Twitter and I gave him the benefit of the doubt, though, and I saw his whole thing that happened with him on our Discord. So I tweeted at him and I told him, "Hey, we didn't ban you. We kicked you. You can come." I thought he was a patron of Devin's. I thought that's how he got. But I was told recently that he's not a Patreon, that someone else gave him the invite. So I was like, okay. But at the moment, I did think he was a Patreon. So I told him, "You're not kicked. You can use your same Patreon invite to come right back in. But I would prefer that you DM me, because I was like, DM me so I can explain." My purpose was to explain to him what the rules are and stuff. Maybe they're not really rules, but just basic etiquette of hanging out in our Discord. Just be nice to people. If people don't want to debate you, they don't want to debate you. Don't be a jerk about it. We're there to have fun. We're not there to argue and fight with each other. We're there, we made this Discord to have fun and enjoy each other's company and talk to Devin Tracy every once in a while. And the same with him. We didn't go there to argue with. We're not gonna go there and argue with Devin Tracy. We're gonna go there and hang out with him. We're fans of his. So yeah. So I messaged him. He messages me back saying that he wasn't being a jerk. That he demanded an apology and this and that. And we're like, "Apology? No one's gonna give you an apology to have you cut." He's like, "I'm not coming back until somebody apologizes." Like, we're not gonna give you an apology. Nobody even cares if you're there or not. Why would anyone apologize? And secondly, nobody did anything wrong but you. So he blocks me. Let me go into some stuff here. So this is my Twitter. So yeah, you can see Twitter's unavailable. I wish I screen capped it beforehand, but he blocked me. And basically, he made a post saying he tagged Devin Tracy and somebody else. I'm not sure who, but oh yeah, you can see right here. Ask yourself. He did it, and then he tagged Devin on it and said and basically said that, "Oh yeah, I went into your Discord and your mods banned me." Yeah, so he basically said your mods banned me because they couldn't handle my arguments or something like that. And I said, "Yeah, that's not how it happened at all." Saw the whole thing. There's another tweet. I don't remember what he said there, but let's go to this guy. He says, "That's exactly what happened," after I said that's not what happened. I said, "No, that's exactly what happened." "No, it's not. I saw it myself." He said, "Explain what happened. Go on." And I said, "Okay." He was trying to start an argument. That failed. No one wanted to argue. He continued with an arrogant, pompous air, which is exactly what he did, and was kicked for that. Simple as that. It was a warning. He was not banned. He still has his Patreon invite. At the time, like I said, I still thought he was a patron of Devin's, and that's how he had gotten the invite. I was wrong. Bad assumption. Then this guy says, "You're just a triggered, biased carnist who will always be biased. So who cares for your opinion? You're gonna deny it if it happened because of your cognitive dissonance." See, this guy probably thought he was right because I'm pretty sure Ask Yourself most likely put screen caps in his Discord and explained what happened from his perspective, but he probably took those screen caps out of context, so they don't see how much of a dick he's acting, right? And this guy thinks I'm biased because I'm a carnist, which is bullshit because we have vegans in our group, and they're nice people and they're people I consider friends, So yeah, so another one is unavailable. And then I said, I would also like to state that Ask Yourself goes to his Discord, lies about what happened, plays victim, and when I confront him, tells me to tell him why and to not lie, he blocks me. Ponder that. Then my friend Kelley says, my favorite part was when he called you a little bitch after refusing to come into the Discord and talk to us, then blocking you. Which she's right. That's what happened, but it's she's got the order a little wrong. She blocked me. I mean, Ask Yourself blocked me, then called me a little bitch, thinking I wouldn't see it. But I'll get to that in a bit. Okay, and then after he blocks me, he posts this like I wouldn't see it. Oh, I forgot to. I sent this tweet and I forgot to put the pic in it, which is me being dumb. But yeah, it was the pic of him calling me a bitch. But it says, then after he blocks me, he posts this like I wouldn't see it. I'd love for him to come to Jersey and say that to my face. Of course he wouldn't, because he's a bitch. He's a internet warrior. I'm so tough on the internet, but in person I'd get my ass kicked, because yeah, I would fucking knock his teeth out. But anyways, no, you're wrong. That had nothing to do with that. We have vegans on the Discord that have been in it for a very long time and are valued members and mods of the Discord. Please don't make things up. It makes you look dumb. This guy stopped responding after that because he just basically got put to fucking sleep. And then Kelley made this wonderful imager of what happened, and I'll show it to you guys. But she said, actually, it happened exactly the way Alf said it did, and thanks for playing. Which, yeah, it did happen exactly how I said it did. So here we go. We start from the beginning. Tristan says, at Ask Yourself, no, he's just friends with Vegan Gains. He's in this Discord, and you don't hear from him much. But see, he tagged him. He was just talking about him. He wasn't really asking for anybody to debate him. I know Will JF has been running the same tricks and had something about JF. That doesn't matter. Most of this doesn't matter. Let's get to the point where he comes in. Okay. So Ask Yourself comes in. I killed JF pretty bad. Vote ratio is way worse than normal. Many critical comments from his own fan base. Blah, 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 blah. This is all just bullshit of him fucking touting his own dick and saying, hey, look at me. I can suck my own dick. Welcome, Ask Yourself. I don't know you were in this Discord. As Tristan says, Will is good peoples. It was one of the worst shreddings I've seen in a debate. Sup, Will? Jay, gotta go. Big fan. Yeah, so he says, I'm not here much. You guys are welcome to join his debate or whatever, although warning, you will get derped pretty hard if you come in to argue carnism. See, it's always argue. Even if anybody came in here that wasn't vegan, they probably wouldn't go in there to argue. Maybe a few would, you know, but most people probably wouldn't. Most of us in here just want to have fun and enjoy life, and we don't care about arguing these stupid things. But anyway, yeah, Carter said he would, but I doubt they're gonna let him in now. And he said, yeah, that won't go well. For waking up. But regardless, it seems like they're just talking at first, right? Unless you'd accept a worker queen model in the human context, blah, blah, blah. Nobody cares. They collectively, blah, blah, blah. Now, Chris comes in and says, if anyone tries to argue veganism again in here, I am going to scream. Like I said, we've gone through this so many times before. We usually tell them, please go to the debate channel, because it's like way too much of a... But, yeah, Chris is basically making it quite obvious that we don't want to debate, right? Or he doesn't want to debate specifically. But yeah, don't debate about veganism in here. It gets retarded, and it always gets retarded. And then Ask Yourself says, words of someone avoiding basic reality? What? Avoiding what basic reality? The reality that he doesn't want to argue veganism? Like, I don't get it. Yawn. Not an argument. Weak as fuck. Obviously not an argument. Duh. How retarded do you have to be to think that somebody saying yawn is an argument? Try again. He said, just woke up, don't care. Also not an argument. Weak as fuck. Try again. See, this is a pompous, arrogant personality right here. Well, really, he should have been like, oh, well, you don't want to argue, I guess, so I'm not, so drop it. That's basically it. But instead, he wants to keep pushing it. KK, no argument, cool, I'll drop. I don't care next to Islamic terror comes up. I'm sure you're very consistent about accepting I don't care, though. Yeah, we don't really argue about that either. That's not something we do constantly. We don't constantly debate and argue or condemn things. We do mostly condemn that, but it's not something we constantly do and talk about. We like to talk about normal things and be normal people, enjoy ourselves. I just made it better for myself. Not sure what you even mean. Made what better? Blissful. Fuck, he's in here. Random words, though. Deep levels of logic in the AIU server today. Facepalms heavily, complete lack of argumentation. Nobody is arguing. This is how retarded this guy. Isn't this obvious? How is this not an obvious thing that nobody wants to argue? Look at these words of yawn. Somebody saying yawn is obviously... Even starting off the bat, if anyone tries to argue veganism again in here, I am going to scream. That instantly shows you people don't want to argue with you about this. He specifically doesn't want to argue with you about this, and every reply he gives you after that, you're saying, oh, it's not an argument. Obviously, he told you from the beginning he didn't want to argue. Now you're just being an asshole. You see this? Imagine someone coming into your server for the first time and doing this and acting this way. You're gonna get kicked. This is the way it goes. How does this person not have any self-awareness of this? Like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Ask yourself. Let's see. Random argumentation. Who is Ask Yourself? I know I was being facetious. It's not my problem. If it becomes a problem, let me know. Basically talking about, you know, if all him being facetious becomes a problem, let him know. But that's not. This guy takes it totally wrong. He says, not my problem though. I mean, it's just shameful that people who claim to value logic behave. How is that illogical? He's being facetious. He asks if it's a problem, and if it is, let him know. How is that? That makes no fucking sense. Logic behave this. Once veganism comes up, it's a litmus test for the intelligence. You see, this is the problem. Ask Yourself views everything from a lens of a veganism argumentation. So even though Chris was not talking about veganism in this line here at all, he still brings it back to think that when he said not my problem though, that he meant veganism is not his problem. No, he's talking about the argument in general. He's not arguing. He's saying if the argument becomes a problem, let him know so he can handle it, because Chris is a trusted mod like myself. So, retarded, right? This guy, Ask Yourself, is retarded, and we can all see this. It's a one-track mind. He can't stray away from the thought of veganism. It just doesn't work for him. And it's a one-track mind. All right, if you're just trolling, it's not worth my time. Peace. Yeah, you didn't get that from the beginning. It's not even trolling. He was just, I guess it is trolling, but he was completely making it obvious that he's not interested in debating with you, and yet you still want to debate and then say, oh, it's not worth my time. How about not fucking debating and just getting to know people first? Your tactic sucks. You act like this, you're not going to convince anyone of what you want to convince them of. If you don't care about convincing them, then what the fuck are you doing this for? You know what I'm saying? And like I said, we have vegans in our Discord. They're nice people. They talk to us nicely. We don't talk about veganism all that much, but when we do, they talk about it in a nice manner. They don't try to force it on us. That's the way you convince people. If you're going to convince anybody, you have to make it, you have to normalize it. You can't make it aggressive and attack, because people don't go for that. When you get aggressive and you attack, people get defensive, and they're not going to want to listen to you. They're not going to argue with you. They're going to tell you to get the fuck out of their face, or they'll knock your teeth out. And that's basically what happened. So Chris says, of course I'm trolling you, moron. Ha 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 ha. You know, he's being lighthearted. I don't want to argue this, you know, like, yawn, leave me alone, you know, like, stop arguing. This is not why we're here. Johan says, why so serious? Yeah, because this guy's being so serious. And he's like, why are you being so serious? Why not just come in here and talk to us and have some laughs and get to know people before you start arguing with them, you know? Wasn't speaking to Chris. He already demonstrated severe retardation on this topic. He didn't demonstrate anything on the topic. The only thing he demonstrated was he didn't want to argue the topic. Was speaking to the general vibe of the server. So basically, unless you want to argue with this person, unless you want to argue with somebody about veganism, the general vibe is retarded, I guess. Is that what he's saying? Is that what he said? Sorry, I'm a little off today. I partied a bit last night, and now my allergies are acting up, and I'm all sniffly. But yeah, he's basically saying because we didn't want to argue veganism with him, that's the general vibe of the server, is meant retardation and shit and stuff like that. So from saying that, because he intel server, I came in. This is when I clicked over and saw that this was going on Discord. I said, I sense a banning coming soon, because anybody who acts like a dick, I'm gonna ban him. Chris says, who, me? Never. But yeah, so I said, you guys are arguing veganism, like I was asking, and then he said, oops, my hand slipped, and that's when he got kicked, because he was acting like a dick. But it's a kick. We kick people as a warning, and then we'll contact them and say, look, you got kicked because you were acting this way. You can come in. Instead of that, he took it as, you know, he decided to play the victim. Let me close this. You don't need that anymore. He decided to play the victim, and basically say that we banned him because we couldn't handle his arguments. Nobody tried to argue you. It wasn't anything like that. What are you talking about? Yeah, he blocked Kelley too. And by saying, oh, Kelley, I'm astounded by... So Kelley went into his server because she was in his server too. She's also a vegan. A very nice one, I might add. She's a friend of ours, and I enjoy talking to her, and she's a very nice person. I would never say anything bad about her. But so she contacts him to tell him, basically, contacted him to tell him like, hey, no, you were kicked because you were acting this way, and you know you can come back if you don't act that way, basically. And he didn't like that, I guess, and said, whoa, Kelley, I'm astounded at your dishonesty. Context much shameful. She said the same things I was saying, which we have proof of. I just showed you all the screen caps of how he acted. And it was basically what we said, is that you tried to argue with people about veganism. Nobody was biting your hook. Nobody cared to argue with you about it. And you got upset about it and started saying everybody was retarded, right? And had low intelligence because they didn't want to argue with you over something. So, and that's why you got kicked. And that's what she told you. And instead you called her dishonest. You're an asshole. I just showed you. You seen what happened. Everybody here saw what happened. If he didn't see what happened in the process of it happening, then he has zero self-awareness and doesn't understand what he's doing. He has such a one-track mind that he can't see the negatives of what he's doing and how he treats people. So, or how he tries to make friends. You know, it's just a bad way of doing it. Yeah. So he blocked her. He blocked me too. Whatever. I really don't care. But it says, seems to be a recurring theme. Ha ha ha. That's what I said, right? Then she said, his issue with me is kind of ridiculous to begin with. We were cool. He came into the AIU server and started talking shit to my friends, got kicked, then went back to his server to gloat. I called him out, as one does, and he does a complete 180. Yeah, that's basically what happened. Oops. This was the guy who was trying to tell me that that's not how it happened, and then we totally showed him it was. But yeah, that seems to be a recurring theme with him. At first, I didn't think it was something he did on purpose, but now I'm starting to think it is. I'm thinking he does that on purpose. Like, he goes into rooms and tries to discuss veganism, and when nobody wants to discuss with him, he'll go to his server and gloat and say, oh yeah, I destroyed them to the point where they kicked me out. But now I wouldn't believe him ever. Now that you've seen this, and whoever watches this, now that you've seen this, if you ever see him say something like that he went into someone's server and kicked their ass and they kicked them out because he was too good at arguing or whatever, don't believe it. You've seen what he does. I just showed you the proof. He's just supremely arrogant. I might have some other stuff to show you here. Let's see. Oh, here's where he called me a bitch, right? He blocks me and then posts this. I wouldn't have seen this if Kelley wasn't if Kelley wasn't following him and saw that he posted it. So he says, and banned Benny, you're a bitch. You're a little bitch. Which Benny's not even my name. I know it's in my name, but it's not my name. Alf is my name. You guys know that. So I tagged him and said, you think I didn't see this because you blocked me before posting this? Come to Jersey and say that to my face and you'll be swallowing your teeth. Grow up and act like a man. Stop causing shit and then playing the victim. Because that's exactly what he's doing. He plays the victim. So, I don't know. Anybody who's a fan of his, you want to downvote or put comments, go for it. I don't give a shit. Because this shows it all right here. Nobody can deny that this is bullshit. That he's a fucking liar. Yeah. Sorry if this looks kind of small. I'm not very good at this. At everyone, I just got banned from the AIU Discord. This is what he posted on his Discord server, right? I just got banned from the AIU Discord for destroying some of his viewers on veganism. Not once did he destroy anyone on veganism. Nobody even tried to argue with him because we've been through this before and don't care. That's not what we're there for. Weak as fuck was being completely polite. Bullshit. He was not being polite. He was acting like a pompous jerk. Like I think he always does, because even after watching one or two of his videos, I'm like, wow, this guy's attitude is he's totally a pompous jerk. Bro, that kangaroo overlord banned you? Wow, who's AIU? He said, I don't know if it was him or someone else. AIU is a cuck. So now he's got this guy calling AIU a cuck, even though he just said he doesn't know if he banned him. But, you know, this is the mentality of people like this. Let's see what else I got here. I took some screenshots. Oops. I think this is the same thing. Yeah, I wasn't being. Oh, good. I could bring it up. I wasn't being a dick even remotely. Yes, you were. I just showed how you were being a dick. Kelley is on AIU side. That's close to getting Kelley a ban. So yeah, already see the attitude this guy has. Vegans are considered dicks because they challenge people by simply stating facts. No, vegans are considered dicks because they don't treat people with respect. He thinks that people are disrespecting him. He's disrespecting people right off the bat. Nobody wanted to argue with you. You came in and tried to argue. People made light of the situation and were obvious in their approach to saying, we don't want to argue this, but you continued, and then we're being a dick because people weren't fighting back, and then think that you won. Nobody could handle my argument. Go. Retard. Vegans are considered dicks because people act like Ask Yourself does. That's why people are considered dicks. If you didn't act that way, you wouldn't be considered dicks. Which is why I said we have vegans in our Discord who are very nice people. I consider them friends, and they don't act like dicks. So I don't consider vegans dicks because of them. If it wasn't for them, I would consider vegan dicks because of people like Ask Yourself. You people need some self-awareness. Get some self-awareness. Pretty disrespectful to call out Isaac for being a dick, to be honest. What? I'm not sure if that's how I meant it, but while I read it, it sounds pretty funny. Because it's like, it sounds like this person's being sarcastic and saying, oh, you're disrespectful if you call out Isaac for being a dick. Because he basically saying that, yeah, Isaac is a dick, but you're disrespectful if you call him out for being one. I don't know if that's how he meant it, but that's pretty funny. They most probably associate it with SJW shit because of their indoctrinated minds. No, nobody tried to argue it. We have vegans in there. We didn't associate with SJW shit. So, no, yeah, that doesn't even make sense. Don't come in my server and call me... Oh, I guess they did realize it being a dick. He was saying that. Don't come in my server and call me a dick for speaking clearly and honestly, calling out bad logic. There was no bad logic. Nobody gave you any logic. Nobody tried to argue with you. So, you were just being a dick. All this part about speaking clearly or calling out bad logic, erase that. He was just being a dick, basically. Lobster Queen, the fuck are you on about? I don't know. He's saying me. I don't know if that guy responded because I was the only one. What's over here? I banned. Oh, this is him banning me. I banned that retard. He was systematically misrepresenting me. Nope. As you saw, I did not misrepresent him at all. Kept using spin instead of sharing shots. Well, I just shared the shots. So, and that proved that I was not misrepresenting you. So who's the retard? You banned me for you misrepresented me, and the reason you banned me. So I don't know if you have no self-awareness and are delusional and saw the situation that happened in your favor, but no, you were being a dick and you got banned, and now you're playing the victim. Seems like a fucking moron. I guess this video proves you're the fucking moron. I have a very strict rule. I don't go places when I'm disrespected. If mods disrespect me, I expect an apology. If I don't get it, they don't get the gift of my presence. See, this right here shows his narcissism. This guy's a total narcissist. He's a pompous, arrogant jerk. Nobody wants the gift of your presence in our Discord. Nobody really cares. Maybe one or two people do, but the vast majority don't. They don't even know who you are. They don't care about you. They don't care. You're not some big hotshot to us. Maybe in your Discord you have all your fans who suck your dicks, and you know they believe the same thing you do, and so so you're basically in an echo chamber preaching your fucking preaching to the choir, the same people who believe the same exact things that you're saying, and you say the same exact things over and over again, and they're like, oh, this guy's saying the things that I say. You know, who cares? You might be big to them, but you're not big to anybody else, and nobody else cares. Basic principle of respect. You came in and started arguing with people. You were not polite at all. You didn't come in and introduce yourself and say, like, hey guys, my name's Isaac, you know, I make vegan videos, you know, how are you guys doing? You didn't do none of that. You came in and started trying to argue right off the bat. So, fuck you. You got disrespected because you were disrespectful. Have some self-awareness. What else we got there? Ask yourself. Oh, this is somebody else. Other people talking about him, right? Yeah, I'm not sure. I think this might be in another vegan server. But, yeah, these are people who also realize these are vegans as well. So, I think, I can't be totally honest with you and say that because somebody gave me this, but I don't know where it came from. But, I'm guessing these are other vegans as well, who also know he's a dick, right? He said, look, Ask Yourself thinks he's cool for other servers. Thinks he's too cool for other servers. Yeah, obviously, that's what he thinks for other humans, right? And then this guy says, well, he did come in here and try to get me to ban someone like it was his own server. Yeah, you see that? That's how much of a dick he is. He's going in and then trying to get fucking mods in other Discords to ban people. Like, that's not your choice, you know? Like, that's what they got mods for. Yeah, here we go. He was defending it by taking the comments out of context. It irritated me. What? Who took what out of context? That's bullshit. I have no patience with bullshit. See, that didn't happen. This is some shit he made up again. Why being dishonest is considered more dick-like than denying. Well, whatever. These don't even matter because those didn't happen. Kelley, Tristan, and Young have caught the AIU server virus. No, they caught honesty and friends because we talk to each other and we're friends. We're not people who just get together and talk about all the same things and say, oh, we all have the same ideas. No, we have different ideas. We can talk about it without being dicks, and if we don't want to talk about it, we don't talk about it. We respect that other people don't want to talk about it, and we get along as friends. We laugh about bullshit. We share things with each other. that's totally fine. We don't have to argue all the time. So Young Rudd, who I guess I'm not sure who this is, but I think he's in our server too. And he says, and he's basically suggesting that that guy, whoever banned you from the other server, was saying he doesn't care, not to your arguments necessarily, but that it was a general chat and not the debate chat. That is another good point. Why we have the debate chat. If you wanted to debate, you can go into the debate chat. That's another good point. And I'm sure Young Rudd got banned for this because Ask Yourself only likes logic when it comes from him. Any logic that comes from the outside and any honest, logical take on things that comes from outside of him that contradicts his view of things, they get banned. So I'm sure Young Rudd got banned. I'm almost positive about that. I wish I knew who it was so I can ask him. But if you're watching this, Young Rudd, let me know who you are. You probably have a different name than you do in our server, so I don't know. I'm not sure. I think we saw all these already. Yeah. Just trying. Yeah, and these are my screen caps. The other one I was showing you wasn't, but these are my screen caps of what happened. As you can see, it's all the same stuff. What else do I have? If I have anything else to show you, I'll show you right now. But oops. But as you can see, this guy's a fucking douche. And I have all the proof. He was saying that I don't have screen caps or whatever, but I do. You've seen it. I just showed it to you. What else he got? Yeah, he booted Kelley for telling her the thing. Her boyfriend Tristan also got banned. He also tried to tell him, like, look, this is what happened. You know, like, why are you being this way, basically? And he just continues to be that way. He won't see what he did wrong. And I think that's a lack of self-awareness, or an extreme narcissism, an extreme pompous, arrogant air that he has that won't let him see how he acted, you know? And we just showed you how he acted. He comes in, he wants to argue. Nobody wants to argue. He starts calling people retarded and low intelligence and stuff like that because they don't want to argue with him. Get over yourself, dude. Yeah, so I think that's about it. I think that's about everything I wanted to show you. I just wanted to put this out there because I don't know. Honestly, I don't care about this dude. If this had happened and he got kicked out and we heard nothing else from him after that, I wouldn't have said shit. I wouldn't care. I'd be like, whatever. Another fucking douchebag YouTuber thinks he's too cool for school and gets fucking booted. You know, whatever. Doesn't matter. But he had to go and be dishonest about it. You know, he had to go in his server and play, not just play the victim, but play the hero as well and be like, oh, I had such great arguments. They couldn't handle it, so they booted. That's not what happened, dude. You know that's not what happened. If you do think that happened, you're fucking delusional. There's something wrong with your brain. You should maybe go see a psychiatrist and get checked out. Maybe you need to be on some fucking medication. But, yeah, but what really got me was after I contacted him to let him know. You know, I contacted him politely. I did not call him all these things. What I said was he was being a jerk. I don't know if he's going to take offense to that, but just because you're being a jerk doesn't make you a jerk. It's your reaction to that and how you acted after that makes you a jerk. It makes you more than a jerk. It makes you an asshole. But in the end, I contacted him. I told him, look, this is what happened. You were kind of acting like a jerk. Nobody wanted to argue with you. You kept trying to argue. So you got kicked. You can come back in. I told him, you can come back in. No problem. Just like DM me first and let me talk to you so I could tell him, you know, like, look, this is what the server was set up for. It's not for arguing and debating. We do have a debate channel. If you want to go to that channel and chat and debate people, you can invite them to go in there and debate with you. But the general chat is not for that. The general people in that Discord aren't going to want to argue with you. They're not going to want to debate with you because it's not what we do there. Most of those people go to other Discords, debate Discords, to debate. We come here because we're all fans of Devin Tracy, and we all come here to talk to each other, be friends with each other, make each other laugh. Devin comes in sometimes. We talk to him. We laugh. That's the whole point. We're not there to argue with each other and try to beat each other logically and stuff like that. Although if you want to, you can. That's why we set up a debate channel. But yeah, that's basically what I told him. And I told him, look, DM me so I can describe those things to him and tell him, listen, this is what it's here for. You know, you're more than welcome to stay. Just realize that, you know, if you act a certain way, people aren't going to like it and they're going to kick you out. But no, instead he comes back to me and asks me for an apology. It says that he demands an apology if we want him to come back. So my answer was to that was, you're not going to get an apology. You were in the wrong. Nobody's going to apologize to you. And nobody even cares enough if you're in there to want to, you know, I don't know if he thinks he he was like a superstar in there, that he was gonna come in and everybody's gonna be like, oh my god, it's Ask Yourself, we love you, you know. But it's not what happened. In fact, nobody really cared. And yeah, so he wanted an apology to come back in. I told him nobody really cares to have you in there. Why would anyone apologize? Doesn't even make sense. But yeah, I would like to thank Kelley for sending me those screen caps, or saving those screen caps, and sending me the screen caps of him talking shit about me after he blocked me, and the stuff that he was saying on his Discord, because now we know what kind of person he is. And for anybody who's a fan of him, this is the kind of person you're a fan of. You know, you're watching this guy, you're a fan of this guy who's just an arrogant prick. Nothing against vegans. Be a vegan. That's fine if you want to be a vegan. But if you're going to act like a dick about it, people aren't going to like you. That's just a general rule about anything. You know what I'm saying? I like video games and comic books. If I go and I'm going to act like a fucking arrogant dick about video games and comic books all the time, people aren't going to like me. It's a general rule. That makes me a dick. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I think that's about it. Yeah, I'm sure, maybe they won't see this right away, but I'm sure, like, Ask Yourself's fans, he's got over 14,000 fans. I'm sure, you know, and I have like 250 subs, so I'm sure at some point they'll come and attack me, but whatever. Not really afraid of that. They'll attack me, but it'll be a lack of self-awareness, because if they watch this video, they will see that this guy is an arrogant prick and that he's a liar and tried to play the victim when he was really just being an asshole. So come at me, bro. Yeah, and again, ask yourself, if you think I'm a bitch, come say that to my face, if you have the balls to. I really doubt, because I live in the ghetto, and if this guy wants to come and try to fight me in the ghetto and call me a bitch to my face, he'll get reamed. But whatever. Yeah, that's about it. Thanks for watching, guys. Leave any comment below if you have any opinions on this, or maybe he just had a bad day, and if you could tell me, like, oh no, he's actually a nice guy, and give me a story, that's cool. I'm willing to listen to that. Ask yourself, if you have seen this video and you saw how you were acting like a dick, and you finally have some self-awareness and realize this, yeah, contact me. I'm not looking for an apology. You don't have to contact me and apologize, because I'm not an arrogant douche. I don't really care. Like, I don't really care. I don't need an apology. But if you do have some self-awareness, point it out. Say, you know what, maybe I was acting like a jerk. This is for your benefit, not mine. I don't really give a shit. But for your benefit, so that you can be a good person. You can grow up a little bit and act like an adult, and say, you know what, I did act kind of like a prick. I saw it wrong. I do realize that people didn't want to argue with me, and I came in on fucking hot fire, like trying to argue with people. But yeah, and then act like a dick afterwards when people are trying to explain to you what happened, and then you want to shut them out and try to keep your ego intact. So yeah, drop that ego, dude. Grow up. Be a good human being. That's more important. I know in your eyes nobody else is a good human being because they eat animals and stuff like that, but you should put yourself above them in all aspects, not just one. You know, not just be like, well, I'm better than these people because I don't eat animals. You should also be like, well, I'm also a good person because I have self-awareness. I'm not egotistical or narcissistic. You know what I'm saying? And I treat people with respect, even though I don't, even if you don't think those people deserve respect, you should treat them with respect, because that makes you the better person. But anyways, Isaac, if that's your name, ask yourself. Yeah, I hope everything goes well for you. I just hope that you stop being a dick, and people see this and try to help you stop being a dick. All right. All right, guys. Thanks for watching. I'm live every Thursday if you guys want to watch on Thursdays. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. See ya.